transform overnight, and tomorrow they could all just come and lock us all up and pull the judges off those benches and walk them to their same jails and let their comrades out of jail and throw all these other masses in there. And that would be just absurd. And this is the type of stuff that Assar wants to see happen on earth. And he knows in his heart that he need to be barking up the wrong tree to ever start trying to talk to Christian leaders. But he knows that the best one on the planet right now that would be interested in hearing some type of information about rebuilding a nation would be the person who says that they already have a nation of black people. They call themselves the Nation of Islam, and I just hope that they're not Muslims like the Arab Muslims that think that it's okay for black people to be slaves, because see, that's the whole thing about see. I've done research and I know that the original Muslims never subscribed to all that shit. It was the Muslims that came from the white man that had come into the sector of the black Muslims who learned of this faith and this religion and took it into the desert and rearranged and fabricated it. And of course, because of the hatred of the lack of melanin, they made a religion that made it right for them, like a misbreed child would hate his father and come back and steal and hope to see failure. That's exactly what they did. They didn't want to be divine, and they couldn't live with the rules of the faith 100%, so they eradicated a lot of it and built it where it fit their silly, and then they went back to the lands of their parents and did the same thing pretty much that Christianity did. But now, according to the Nation of Islam, Master Farad came and taught the black man in America the importance of getting back to self. And yeah, I believe that all things considered, that it's good that there's the Nation of Islam, and that the Nation of Islam probably does. Yeah, it could be adjusted, a few things, you know, but it's a format, unlike starting from the ground. That would be like stupid. See, the plan would be to get people out of Christianity and get them to understand the importance of togetherness that's already halfway manufactured through the knowledge of so many people already in Islam. But not real Muslims like the murdering white Arab Muslims, kind of American Muslims that know that their struggle is against oppression. But the problem is that, again, the white man dichotomized the black Christians by bad-mouthing the Muslims. And see, you gotta understand that black Christians aren't bad. They're stupid, which is bad. Because there's no reason to see Assar is here to show you why you shouldn't worship the white man and not worship your melanated woman. That's foolish. The white man can't birth you. He can jail you and kill you, and that's all he's ever done to you, so why should you worship him? Because you're stupid. Just like I said. Okay, so back to the point. If you already have a big bag of, now let's just think. I'm coming to the gold mine. And now, when I get to the gold mine, I'm driving there with my truck and a trailer, and my trailer is empty. And I get into the gold mine, and you're gonna have to go. Mine says to me, hey, you can either load your trailer with gold or take that trailer right there. That's already loaded. Now, a smart guy like me would get out and investigate the trailer and make sure that it's sustainable to complete whatever objective I have. But I know if I take the trailer that's already loaded with gold and get going, that gives me the opportunity to get empty and come back and get more gold. So see, the Nation of Islam is an already loaded trailer. Simple. You know, some of us might not understand the dynamics that we're dealing with is manpower, not conceptualization. Most of that is based on the necessity of growth. See, if you're fighting a war and the enemy's coming over the wall, do we have time to stand here and figure out what religious sector we belong to before we decide to fight him off? Of course not. So what's going to have to happen is that you're going to have to see the need to eradicate all religious affiliation and just come on one accord with your large number. And don't ever stop to think, I can't talk to them because they're not Muslims. That's where the division comes. You see, just because I'm not a Muslim doesn't mean that I wouldn't be willing to try to repair the earth with the help of Muslims. See, that's where they fucked us up at. They made us believe that we could not be available as help to each other by separating us through bullshit rhetoric that does not produce anything but decadence. See how that works? So, you know, it's the same thing. Now, would I want to build a world with the white people? Fix the world? Hell yeah. Do I believe they want my help? No, because things are just fine with them the way they are. So why would I waste my time coming to you saying, oh hell yeah, we're going to destroy the things that make your ass live good? I'd be a damn idiot. I know you're not interested in hearing that shit, let alone putting up a sweat to make it manifest. See, you have to be honest with what your obstacles are. You do. And I am. And they know that. They know who I am. They know how reliable I am, how diligent I am, and how crafty and cunning I am. They do. That's the reason why they just monitor my emotions, because they know I'm not going to come out here and do anything to cause anything except spiritual. That's what my job is. That's what I do. Can't help that. That's what I've been ordained and commissioned by the universe to do on this planet. And everybody that's in opposition to that, like I said to you, sayonara. And so, listen, I've been hired because I have to be. You guys got to see the true dynamics of our world and what we're dealing with, okay? You know, Christians and Muslims have dichotomized the growth of us melanated people in this country long enough, okay? That stuff needs to stop, all right? And I just told you, and my preference of the two, I would just talk to Minister Farrakhan by his oneself, other than employing a four-man team with those other four sellouts that I mentioned. And that's the truth. Because I'll prove to you why. You can find them all in LA with themselves down there, extracting all that money from that population of people in that one city. And you know what? That city of black people is hurting. I live there. It is so destroyed. The black people have no, you know, I ain't even gonna attack. I'm not, but I know why it's like that. It's because the leadership that they should be receiving, that is going to guide them to togetherness and the ideal of building the infrastructure, it ain't there. It's not there. All of the African centers that try to pop up in cities where black Christians are looked down on by the black Christians. And we're looked on as if somebody that is doing a horrible crime for trying to separate ourselves from our slave masters and our oppressors. And you guys go in there and give your money to the image of that white man as your God. And that money does not ever make it to the repair necessary to build yourselves up as a nation of people. And that's the reason why you women are going to have to always find completeness in cosmetics instead of finding it inside your true heart, where it should come from. Because you're never going to be complete until you can have your completeness returned to you the way the universe gave it to you. And that was the melanated woman and the melanated man. These Europeans have came in and complicated everything about us. Everything about our existence has been tampered with and saturated with stagnant knowledges. And they are geniuses at it. The only way that's going to change is that we as a people see the need to have our own banks, all right, our own land that we can grow our own food. We need to educate our children ourselves. We need our own image of self as our deities. It's just that simple. We cannot keep walking around here like we're dumb as hell and acting that. Well, wait a minute. Standing around looking dumb as hell with $35,000 back. Now, how is that going to help anybody? How? After we done gave your ass permission to live very wealthy and put the responsibility of our youth in your hand, and that's the garbage music you sell. Everything Jesus walk with me. No, you don't. I told you about the time I saw the girl. She was like walking down the street. I was too. I was just. And here she come. So I saw her. She walked past me. I walked past her. She had like 4 little children. I didn't even think nothing of it. I just, okay. I said, how you doing? Hi. I said, oh, it's too bad you. I mean, she was with her kids, but my thing was, they was all little. Where you man at? I didn't mean it that way, but for some odd reason, I just said, oh, you're all alone, huh, sister girl? Jesus walks with me, is what she said. I didn't think none of it. I kept it pushing. But then when I got down the road, I thought about that. And I thought, well, I guess she don't need no man to walk with her. She got Jesus. I couldn't see Jesus, but I see other things that other people don't see. So maybe she sees something that I don't see. I can't knock that. Only problem is this shows a lot of people seeing Jesus. I ain't saw his ass one time. And most of the people that I see seeing Jesus, believe it or not, is women without a man. Go figure. Going to West Angeles Church if you think I'm lying. See how many they ass sitting up in there. There's men everywhere running around. Don't want to be with they crazy ass though. You know why? Because you're going to be no good to her if you don't love Jesus. On Sunday, she's going to get up and want to go see Jesus. And you're going to want to lay around in the bed and hit that ass all morning. You know, because Jesus is going to have me smelling all perfumed up and lipstick and sitting on the road closest to the preacher with my big long naked legs, and Asar's going to be there, and he's going to be finding it very hard to pay attention to the bishop because he's going to be looking at my big ass brown chocolate fudgy, won't stop moving them around the eggs. And of course I got to have the cleavage that he's going to be hoping that he's privileged enough to see one of the many cleavages that he knows will be exposed. Even though I'm in church, there's nothing wrong with looking like that in church because we do all the time. Because church taught us to be whores. And so we come to church dressed sometimes like whores. You have a